Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports.
Coach, thanks. We're about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and our home team. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Manning going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A good rally to the football holds them to 2, and that brings up a 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger offense making their way back out there.
Black 11! I'm coming!
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. 95 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Manning. Space to maneuver at the 40. Wide open receiver complete as they finally wrangle him in at the 48.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on first down is Manning. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 35.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. They fake the handoff. Now Manning. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now it's Tomlinson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Mike is 59. Mike's the 59.
Push him back. Push him back. 59 is Mike. 59.
This is Tomlinson. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Block 15. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
From just shy of midfield, Rivers, he's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw on third down. Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line. 6-3 is our score after one. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And a completion to Wilson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
This is Gordon. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going plump.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Colts pick it up. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown. And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points. I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Let him go by a little too easily there. Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play. 2nd and 14. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On the ground, this is Johnson. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Running from the gun, Johnson. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. From the gun on third down, Locke. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time, we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
And you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Now Gordon on first down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The tackle there by George Odom.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now this throw caught left side, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here we go, 50-50.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Granted, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Check. Mike 50, Mike 50. They can't go.
They'll drop the throw. It's caught. Patton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. We want it. Come to my get it.
On play action, they'll throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time, but it'll be second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Small.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months already. We're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. Set for quarter 3. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. They'll run on first down. It's Gordon. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd and 13. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen Hey, third down situation. Big third down alert. Lock in here. Fourth down play. Make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trevor Williams was shot out of a cannon there on the corner blitz. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On second down now, it's Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Love. This is Johnson. He's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL.
Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out come the Chargers. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon, 49 yards. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. A shotgun snap for Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game, even with the 2 points there. But let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Noah Spence in on the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well. We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Melvin Gordon and the Chargers ready for their next possession. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in the game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
second down. It's Gordon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. The Chargers on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced. I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. They'll have a first down past the 40. There goes Melvin Gordon. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big play there by Gordon. 71 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction, because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. From the 35 on second down, Luck. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Let's go.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. drawing the penalty. It's Johnson. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On third down, Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter